Did you know there are 3 different ways to have an eye on a hook and eye? Today we are going to go over all 3 ways and you can decide which one you like best. First, we'll go over step by step how to sew a traditional hook and eye. And then I'm going to teach you a method that you can use if you need a really reinforced enclosure. Then at the end, we'll go over how to sew a hook and eye that's pretty much invisible. Okay, let's start with the traditional hook and eye. First thing you need to do is get a hand sewing needle and put a length of thread on it that's about 2 feet long, and make sure that both of the thread tails are meeting at the end. And now we're going to make a knot for the end of our thread. I've got an awesome way to put a knot on the end of your thread. Take your 2 thread tails and hold them at the back of your needle, and then take the thread, pull it parallel with the needle, and wrap it around about 4 times. And then take that wrapped thread, pull it under your 2 fingers at the back of the needle. Don't let go of that wrapped thread. Pull your needle, and then revealed is a gorgeous knot. If you like that knot and you want a step-by-step instruction on it, make sure you check out the video down below. The first thing we're going to do is sew a traditional hook and eye. So I have my hook positioned with the hook at the edge of the fabric and the little loop here at the top of the waistband. I'm going to start at the back of this little loop here towards the hook. We're going to take my needle from the outside to the inside, and we're just going to repeat this process outside to inside, and we're going to work our way around the loop here, the metal loop, until we've completely filled it with a nice ring of thread. And we're going to work our way until we get to the center here. I'm going to add 1 more loop of thread on this side. It can be a little tricky to hold, so small. And once you have that side full of thread, we're going to work our way to the other side. So I like to go into the fabric and then just come out of the loop over here on the other side. So that way we don't have any crossbar of thread there from one side to another. And now we're going to work all the way around this loop, filling it with thread from the outside to the inside. I think 1 more loop of thread here. Maybe 1 more. There we go. We're looking nice and secure here. Now what we want to do is hold down this hook here. There's a few different ways you can do this, and one of my favorite ways is to take our thread and we are going to wrap it around the hook here, and then we're going to take our thread and we're going to go in a little bit of the fabric under the hook, and it's going to pull the hook to the fabric. So it's going to hold that hook nice and secure. And if you want, you can do this a few times. Wrap the thread around the hook and then go into the fabric just a little bit under the hook. And it's really going to make it nice and secure. You can see those little loops of thread under the hook there. And now we need to make a knot. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the fabric. I'm not going around the hook. Now before I fully pull, I'm going to take my needle, go through that loop of thread and pull. I always like to do this twice. And now we can cut off our extra thread, and we have secured our hook onto our fabric. So you can see we worked our thread around this loop, around that loop, and then we went around the hook a few times and into the fabric under the hook. This really gives you a nice secure hook. This is one of my favorite ways to sew down the hook. Now we need to put on the eye, and we want to make sure we put it in the right position. Now what the hook and eyes are doing as well is helping keep the waistband together by the zipper there. Otherwise, when we wear it, it likes to pull apart like this, puts a lot of stress on the zipper. So this hook and eye is going to help keep it together. So basically that hook's going to be there And then we need to make sure that our eye is going to be sewn on at the edge of the fabric, so that way we can hook and eye this and then zip up the skirt. So the hook and eye is also helpful for getting dressed. And I always like to put the hook on before the eye, so that way I can position the eye perfectly over the edge of the fabric right behind the zipper pull. Before we get started with that, if you're really enjoying Sewing Anastasia, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to learn more about sewing, make sure you check out my online and in-person classes. There's links down below for everything. Now let's get back to our hook and eye. So we're essentially going to do the same thing we did on the other side, working our way around these loops here on the back. So I'm just going to start at the top edge here. And we are going to just start working our way from the outside to the inside, making sure we have this edge nice and secure and full of thread. And notice that my hook is hanging off the edge of the fabric. We want that to be like that. If your hook is too far back into your skirt, it's going to pull and bunch on the outside. Now, once you have enough thread in one of the loops there, we need to work on the other side. And we don't want a bar of thread going over to the other side like that. So we're going to take our needle, we're going to go into the fabric, and we're going to come on the other side, right under the loop. So that way our thread is in the inner layer here. And now we can work our way around this loop. And once you have both of those little hooks covered in thread, it's time to make a knot. So just grab a little bit of your fabric. Before you fully pull, stick your needle through the loop there. And we're going to do that a few times just to make it nice and secure. And now we can cut the extra thread. So now you can see we have our hook and our eye on. Now when we zip up our zipper, we engage the hook and eye, and then we zip up the zipper. So you can see how the hook and eye keeps the top of the waistband closed, and then when I zip up the zipper, it just goes all the way up to the top, and it's right behind the zipper pull there. Now we're gonna go over two other ways to have a hook and eye, but they're not technically a hook and eye. This next one is a hook and bar. So the hook and bar is friends to the hook and eye. We've got the hook, and then this here is the bar. So this one takes more pressure. It's heavy duty. You're gonna see it a lot on waistbands of skirts and pants. So if you're looking for something a little more heavy duty than that little hook and eye, the hook and bar is a great option. The first thing you're gonna sew is the hook on the side that's going to be on top. And then this is going to allow us to decide where to place the bar. Because when you zip up your skirt or your pants, you're going to want that bar to be right under the back of the hook to keep it nice and secure. So if the back of my hook is right here, that means I need that bar right under it. So my bar is going to be roughly right there. So I've already sewn the hook, and you're going to do this the same way I'm going to sew the bar. So let's go ahead and sew this bar on right now. You're going to use the same stitch technique and sew it through these 3 sets of holes. I'm going to be using the same kind of stitch as I put in with the other hook and eye, but I just want to make sure you understand where these loops are going to go. So we are going to work around the 2 loops on this side, maybe like 3 or 4 times, in and out, in and out. We don't necessarily have a whole loop to work around. And we want to make sure we're not going through to the other side. And once you have enough thread in that one, we're just going to stick the needle under, in between the layers of the fabric. And we're going to pull out on the other side where the other little hole is. And now I'm going to turn it around. And now I'm going to do the same thing to this side. Outside to inside, outside to inside. 3-4 times. Make it nice and strong. Maybe one more time for good measure. And now we need to work our way to the top of the bar. So I'm going to take the needle, I'm going to put it in the fabric. I'm in between the two layers, so there's no needle popping out on the back side. This needle is in between all of the layers, and now we're going to come up right where those eyes are on the top, and we're going to work our way from the outside to the inside 3 or 4 times, securing this bar. And then when we need to get to that other hole, you guessed it, go in between the layers of the fabric, pop out on the other side. I'm going to flip my project around, and we're going to work our way through this last hole, and then we'll be making a knot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put the needle through the loop and pull, and then 1 extra time through the hole, take the needle, go through the loop, and now we can cut our thread. So the holes over here on the hook were put on the same way as the bar, and now when we're ready to close up the waistband, we can hook and bar it. It's nice and secure, and you can see it's hiding here under the layers in the waistband. Nice and secure. Next, we're going to talk about our final method, and that is a hook and a thread loop. And why might you want to use a thread loop versus a really strong piece of metal as an eye or a bar? Well, sometimes you might actually want that little eye on the outside of a project. So let me show you how to create this and what I'm talking about. So on the outside of this vintage dress, you're going to notice this little chunk of thread here. And yes, it has a purpose. There's a hook on the other side which loops onto this chunk of thread because this is a thread eye. We have a lapped zipper here. And since you might not want to put it in the back, you can put the thread loop on the top to make sure it stays in position on the outside of your dress. And this way we don't have a big floppy hook and you don't have a big metal bar. You've got a nice little incognito thread loop. Since you already know how to sew on the hook, I'm going to demo the thread eye. And I took off the existing one on this dress and I'm going to move it over because I didn't like the position of it. So I have my needle threaded, and we are going to start by going down into the fabric in between the layers. And I'm going to make this about a 1/4 inch big. So I'm going to go in and out through the same area a handful of times so I can build up some thread to make it nice and strong. But that's not all we're going to do, so keep following. And try and keep this, loose. You don't need this super tight right now, otherwise you're not going to be able to fit the hook into it. So as you can see, I keep going in and out of these same 2 holes that are about a 1/4 inch apart. After you do this about 4, 5, 6 times, really up to you, we are going to take our needle and thread and we are going to go under all of these loops here. We're going to kind of like bind them together. We're going to wrap them together with the thread. And this is just going to help make it nice and neat. It's going to help keep it in place. You can see how it's already making it a little tidier looking. This is also going to reinforce it and make it nice and strong. And then when you get to the very end, you can take your needle, go through a little bit of the fabric. Before you fully pull, go through that loop of thread, make a nice little knot there. And then you can go ahead and cut off your extra thread. And just like that, we have made a nice little thread loop that our hook is going to slide into. So here's the thread bar on this side. And then we can take the hook from the other side, and you can see that it attaches right on. And this way, when the hook pulls back a little bit, you don't see any extra metal bars or eyes. There's just that little thread loop there. I would love to know what your favorite method for the hook and eye, the hook and bar, the hook and thread loop are. Aren't those all really cool methods? I hope you start adding them to your projects for those beautiful finishing touches. Depending on what your project might call for, now you have an option for a hook and eye for all of them. Thank you so much for watching Sewing Anastasia today. If you have any questions, leave it down below or let me know what other videos you would like to see coming on. And if you enjoyed the video today, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when all the new tutorials come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching today. These videos are for you guys. And if you want to know what's going on in the studio right now, make sure you check out my Instagram stories. And if you're looking to learn even more about sewing, make sure you check out all of my online and in-person sewing classes. There's links down below for everything. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye!